Darkwing Duck on the NES surprisingly shocked me. I was assuming it would be another TV-inspired disaster, but I'm happily able to say that I was wrong on all aspects. It controls very nicely compared to the other console releases, with no special button combinations. Every button has a job, and their placement makes easier gameplay. And the graphics are really good too. It always dumbfounded me how games like The Simpsons always had bad graphics, but games like Darkwing Duck or Bucky O'Hare always had awesome graphics. And it's the same system. I know they may be like a couple of years apart, but they're not that far apart. The gameplay has a large variety of platforming, and you can find weapons and tools to expand this further. And this can help you reach and find hidden items that could be out of your reach or in a hidden location. And there's quite a few enemies that takes a special way to defeat them, and each one is kind of unique in their own way. This game can be difficult, but it doesn't take away from the enjoyability, and all you really have to do is just find your rhythm. You start at a map with 3 missions to complete. It doesn't seem to matter the order you play them, but for the sake of the video, we're going to be going left to right. The first level's not too bad. It can pose to be difficult, but I like to think of the level as a warm-up level and get you ready for what's ahead. It has a variety of platforming. Even go as far as having hooks that you have to hang on and leap across. There's zip lines. And this will get you kind of prepared for some of the moving platforms that you have to go through. And of course there is switches that releases some more platforms to help you get across certain danger areas. The enemies you encounter here is a nice practice to learn what you need to do to defeat them. The knife-throwing ducks being the hardest here. It's not till I get to the first boss that I really have only one complaint. And that's switching between platforms while trying to dodge deadly bananas and trying to kill Quackerjack. It can be a pain at first. The bosses take a lot of hits and they don't have a life bar for you to track their health. And to avoid repeating this again, it's about finding a rhythm to defeat them. Once you got your rhythm going, you can take them out no problem. This will become even more apparent in level 2 and on. No 2 enemies are really the same, and it's important to learn their patterns and find out what their openings are. A good example here is the Eggman. You kind of have to scatter shot to find that little hit spot on top of their heads. And the turtles have a shell that boomerangs out. So you're constantly leaping and trying to fire during your opening. Our next boss is supposedly a cameo from DuckTales as Wearduck. When the moon is uncovered, he transforms and becomes invincible. But when the clouds go over the moon, he becomes vulnerable, and that's when you attack. You can blast through the crates he throws at you, but other than that, it's just fast-paced jumping. with no help from a life meter to track his health, and you just blast away at any chance that you get. The last level we're going to look at is a sewer level. I don't know why every game has to have a sewer level. I will say that their concept of a sewer level is kind of unique, and you'll see why. You are immediately surrounded by parachute hatchlings and dagger ducks. Best way to kill these guys is by blocking their attack with the up button and shooting in between their throws. Next, you'll find yourself falling into a dark room level with hidden enemies. You can pull switches to reveal them, and it's only momentarily. Otherwise, you won't see them until they attack. This is short-lived, however. Quickly, you come back into a littered room surrounded by alligators and jerks with sledgehammers. Then you face a platforming death trap, slowly making your way across and trying to avoid the spikes. Apart from a few hiccups I had, this part isn't too bad. You know, I give this game 8 out of 10. It's challenging, but it's enjoyable. And although I couldn't show all the levels in 12 minutes or less, I still highly recommend this game. It's definitely worth your time to play it.
I am feeling really stupid. Boy, I hate it when I'm early. You'd think criminal masterminds would be more punctual.
Alright guys, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you never miss an update. And until next time, stay home, stay safe, and play games. Catch you later.
I gave you my heart.